platform are you searching? Or
Ma'am, now I am doing an artificial intelligence.
okay, on the artificial image. So
Yes.
how are you applying? Like through LinkedIn or through emails, like through direct emails? Like how are you? Job
Sign up,
portals?
ma'am. Sign up with emails. I am doing in IBM.
Okay, you are doing in IBM.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you get internship in IBM?
Ma'am, my mentor said that to do that.
So you must have done some like interview or something like that. What was the hiring process in IBM?
I'm like, I'm not understanding, ma'am.
So like you are doing internship in IBM now. So like there might be some internship like hiring process.
No, ma'am. It will help for my interview, ma'am. Like I can add that in my resume.
Ma'am, Devama, are you doing a course or internship? What you are learning there?
Ma'am, bro, I'm doing artificial intelligence course,
So
bro.
yeah, I
She's
course.
doing course,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Understood. I'm talking about internship actually. These are the courses. You are learning some skill. I was talking about internships. Okay, no worries. I'm just okay. And hello, Niranjan. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. Fine.
Mm. Can everyone open up their cameras, like video? Devamma is smiling at her own picture. Okay, so yeah. So this week is the theme of this week is personal branding. So first, let me remind you your goals. Okay, what goals and strategies, or what focused goal we have for you guys. Okay, so first is our goal is you to become confident speaker in the next 90 days. Of course 30 days have already been there. Now in the coming 60 days you have to execute all your task and complete all your task and become a confident speaker. And also we want you to become impactful public speaker in the coming 6 months. So that's our goal for you. Then coming to the topic. So coming to the topic, today's topic is personal branding. So personal branding is means creating an identity. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Creating an identity online in this digital world, and how you can create identity online by creating post or by sharing your knowledge, by sharing your experiences. So especially for the professionals, or you all are going for the you know future ready and all. So LinkedIn is the perfect and the best platform for that, for especially for the professionals. So our focus is, that's why for our students, personal branding means creating an identity on LinkedIn so that you can be visible to your hiring managers or your future clients. Excuse me 1 minute. Okay. So this is about the topic, like in the simplest, most terms, the personal branding is creating an identity, especially online and especially in the digital world. So LinkedIn is the best platform. Of course, you love Instagram and you love Facebook, but for for professionals, and you are stepping in the professional world, so LinkedIn will be the best platform, and you will get lots of networking online there. So why we are saying ki whether you are in first year, whether you are in second year, start creating content, or start creating your post, or start sharing your experience. It's not about always ki, okay ma'am, some people say ki ma'am, I don't have knowledge, that much knowledge, these are all professionals, what I can offer them. No, you have stories to tell. You have your own experiences to tell. If you are in, you are handling some project, you can talk about the project. You can talk about the, handling conflict, whether, in friendship, but yes, um, you can, tweak it as a little bit professional, but yeah, you can talk about that also. So, talking about, talking about your experiences in and give it the mix of professionalism, and you can just post there. That's why we have added the storytelling, or the story writing module before this personal branding. Why? Because we want you to create stories, and once you create your stories, your own stories, whether it's a childhood story, whether it, why these stories have been included, if you are able to write your own stories, your personal stories, because those stories you are comfortable with, these things, and everyone has their own unique blend of stories, so you can talk about it, you can write about it. And that's why now the personal branding, in the personal branding week, you can talk about it, you can share that content in front of personal professional world. So that's about the creating post about your knowledge and experiences. Okay. So that's the about the topic. And yes, if you can say ki, why personal branding, ma'am, why it is so important. My company or my college is inviting so many companies. Yeah, that's good to know ki, okay, your college is inviting all the companies, but yes, again, the hiring rate is not that much good. Okay. Or you have to stand out from the crowd. So this personal branding is your parallel option. You are not alone like that ki, okay, if the college is not you're not being hired, or it's like your backup plan. I'm not saying this is the only plan. Don't rely 100% on your college for the placement thing. And this personal branding is your own created platform. You will be ready with your ready-made material, ready-made content, and your ready-made resume, or your online resume to showcase to the world. You can just if your LinkedIn is very optimized, it's very structured, everything is written, your email ID is sophisticatedly written. Maybe because not maybe, yes, we have seen the instances, there are hiring managers, they are coming and they are hiring directly, or they can just directly say ki, okay, come to our office and give us the interview. And there are, we have seen this in instances in our previous batches. So yes, it is very much possible. And I have personally, I have also received an email from HR. So yes, it is happening, and it's very much possible. Just you need to be active on LinkedIn. So instead of scrolling on Instagram, you can just tweak your time, 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So when you are posting, for example, if you're posting, you're writing on LinkedIn, before posting or after posting, you can stay on LinkedIn for 10 to 20 minutes, and you can just comment on the this hiring manager's post, or some company post, or your seniors post, so that your LinkedIn profile has to be optimized or active. So that's about the LinkedIn, yeah. And about the importance, yes, it's your online presence, of course. And when you are, because why it is important LinkedIn to be optimized, because you are putting this LinkedIn profile on your resume, and once people are scrolling through your resume, first thing they are looking at it now, the LinkedIn. And as everything is online, they can just click, and you can just they copy and this open your link. Okay, is he or she is doing something, or they sometimes take the candidate based on the LinkedIn presence also. So make sure your optimization is being clear. Like, I am just adding more chances of you getting hired from the company. Okay, so 70% of employers nowadays use social media. Okay, and 50% say that candidates personal online presence influence their hiring decision. So 50% you can increase your more chances. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so it's your online resume that works 24/7, right? So you don't need to showcase your if you have cut short, because see, nowadays resume has to be one page. You can elaborate on your projects or your internships on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn don't have that much of this word count, lesser count or something like that. No, it doesn't have. So you can elaborate on your this project work or internship work, and you can showcase your skills better. So that's about the LinkedIn. And then, yeah, your weekly task we have, I think. So first thing first, have you guys connected with Meera ma'am, Kanti ma'am, me, or have you connected with each other on LinkedIn?
Ma'am, I have
Yes,
connected
ma'am.
with Meera ma'am.
Okay, okay. Make sure you connect with other team members also. There's Himaja, there's Basavraj, Kanti ma'am, me, Niranjan, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. What about? And let me brief you the weekly tasks. So these are the 15 tasks under the this personal branding blueprint module, and we have divided it into like 6-day thing. So first three tasks are first is obviously the simple one: create your LinkedIn profile, then uploading your professional picture. That's very important. And yes, I have given you the simple tip also, because you guys are college students. You can have your single picture selfie or some so you can choose your picture. And there's a remove.bg which can clear that this software can remove your background if any inappropriate background is there. And this can subtly create your professional looking one profile picture. But in case you are you really want to have professional profile picture, you are going for some interview or you are going for some this project presentation, you must be groomed up well. That time, make sure give your click a picture, a professional one, and especially your face has to be more visible. Okay, better to have picture under the natural light or during the sun, sunlight, under the sunlight. That's the Then day three is all about LinkedIn headline. Now, what's the headline? Can anyone tell me? What's the headline?
Like below the name, we need to write that, like what we have
Yeah,
done and
below
all.
the name. Yeah, below the name, the the sentence or description. It's like Instagram bio, which you write about yourself. So that is the headline. That means, like, let me give you the example. Like, see, this is my, LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile. So this is my name, and under this is the headline. Okay. So this is the headline, and so headline is the usually the first thing recruiters will notice. So make sure you are, using it appropriately, like aspiring whatever field from whatever field from you are you from. Sorry, whatever field are you from. So you can, put that aspiring software developer and slash btech or mtech or bcom student, and then passionate about the topics which are you actually, passionate about. So you can talk about that. If you're in marketing field, you can talk about future marketing leader, digital marketing, social media strategist. Or instead of, like, I will recommend, you can better not to have this open for job or open for this thing, slash or tag on LinkedIn, because it doesn't work. It usually doesn't work. So you guys can remove it, and if you really want everyone to, know ki, okay, you are open for this thing, so you can just write ki passionate software developer looking for exciting roles. So you can put like that, so that people will see ki, okay, yeah, he or she is looking for the openings or looking for job roles. So that way you can say, but adding that hashtag open for job or open for, it will usually doesn't work on LinkedIn. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Raj. And then, yeah, then background banner. Again, if you're talking about ki, okay, you are a marketing expert, or you are software engineer, or you are software developer, you can have that picture of this coding or laptops or desktops, so like that it can showcase your passion. Then all about the about section. Now, about section, there are three paragraphs. So first should be the present one, like you are currently working, what you are personally presently pursuing. And the second should be, you can talk about how this passion, like presently what are you doing, it's connected with you from your childhood interest or experiences. And then third, you are talking about ki, okay, you are open to new job experiences or new roles, like that. So looking for the internship or looking for the jobs. And then also include your email id, professional email id. You can, feel free to contact me at this email id. So make sure you have professional email id. Okay, then coming to the feature section, you are updating your resume, because you guys, now I think we have already completed the resume codex. You must have updated, or you must have, till now you have created your resume. So make sure you have uploaded your resume in PDF format, especially in the PDF format, in the featured section of the LinkedIn. There's a featured section. This is the featured section. Let me. So this is the banner. Okay. Then, yeah. Oh my God, this is not the featured section. So check out the banner. It's talking about Meera ma'am's passion. Okay. And what she is presently doing and what she is. And then talking about the featured section, you can talk about like she has put the link of freebies, like free learning material. You can download those things. And of course, she has added. So this is the featured section. You guys can, upload your this resume in PDF format. And the second thing, you can upload your certification, whatever certification you got, either internship or projects, you can just upload that in the PDF format so that people get to know ki you are done with the internship. Because see, once you have uh, created a post about the internship, or you got this, or you got certified, this post will run back, like it will get old. So better to have this thing in the featured section so that people get to know whenever they are visiting your profile. Okay, any doubt, Niranjan, Himaja?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
then coming to the, yeah, education section. Okay, list your degree, college, and relevant coursework, right? uh, then yes, all about the internship and work experience. Now see, on resume you can't elaborate, you can't speak in volumes. You can talk everything and anything under this experience section. So make sure you utilize this section on LinkedIn, or on the this under the educational qualification also. If you have got any certificate, you got first this first rank holder or something like that, you can just mention it. Okay, then yeah, talk about the update your skills and ask for endorsements or recommendation. So you guys can endorse each other's skills. Like for example, maybe Niranjan has communication skills, so you can endorse them. Okay. Or Basavraj has C++, or he's learning some machine learning, machine language. He can You can endorse that. Okay. and uh, and of course, you can ask for recommendation on LinkedIn. You can ask for recommendation or endorsement from Meera ma'am, Kanti ma'am, me. So don't hesitate to connect with us, or connect with Asha team, or connect with each other for endorsements and recommendation, because it will actually impact your profile, and it will highlight first when your name will be entered in the search engine, na, it will be highlighted first on LinkedIn. Then yeah, it's more of an important thing. See, as I told you, you can talk about your experiences, you can talk about your stories, you can talk about. So I'm not saying ki, okay, post daily. You can, but at least to have consistency, create a calendar, small type, Excel type of thing, so that you can be in the, this scheduling should be there. Okay, you're talking about ki, okay, in a week you have to post you have to create three posts. So make sure you create the headings one day. You are writing about the post one day, or stories one day, and then you just schedule it, because on LinkedIn there is a schedule option also. Okay. And we have also given you chat GPT prompts in case you're not getting any ideas, content ideas. We have given you chat GPT prompts. So for college students, these are the chat GPT prompts, and for for working professional this. And yes, there is a magical activity also we have mentioned you for you guys, so that you can talk about your memorable stories from your school days or from your college projects. Okay. And now, so yeah, these are all about it. And yes, after posting your post, or you are creating some post on LinkedIn, you can share the post link in the group itself also for the distribution, because there are 60 members, 60 to 70 members are there in the group. You can distribute it well. You can put it on your WhatsApp status, or you can share with us also individually if you want, so that it can get a good reach.
Good
Okay.
job, Kratika. Devamma and Basaraj both reached out to me and have their connections with me right now.
Oh, that's good.
Good. So very proactive students.
Okay. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so there's a jam session. I have three topics in mind. Kanti ma'am, will you conduct a jam session? Like,
Sure, sure. But I will not be switching on my video. I'm on my
okay,
phone.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So these
So
are,
you have certain topics, or do you want me to come up with it?
yeah, yeah, no, ma'am. I have three topics. Like, if you want
Okay.
to come up with more, then
No,
I
no, no,
can.
no. Once we are done with the jam topics, what you have chosen, we'll see if you can do more. So Nikhil, the Devamma, Taranjit, Basaraj, Himaja, Niranjan, we are going to have some fun now. So, uh, what are the topics?
Yeah. These are the topics. Are you able to look at my screen now, ma'am?
No, I can see only you.
Oh, okay, okay, wait.
But we were able to see it.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
Now it is visible.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the topic, I'm going to give you 3 minutes each of you. The topic is listening is gateway to learning. I want all of you to think how you're going to present your topic. Uh, if you remember your storytelling, Niranjan, go the star method and explain the listening is a gateway to learning through star. And the rest of you, I want each of you to come up with minimum 1 minute of about the topic. So I'll give you all, it's 7:35 now. I'll give you 3 more minutes. Okay, 7:38 we do it. And just
Do
some
we have a
pointers.
choice, or we should speak on first
No,
topic only?
no. You speak on this topic. If everybody is done, we'll go to the next topic.
Ma'am, can you repeat the topic name?
Listening is the gateway to learning. That means if you listen, you learn.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Taranjit, I would like to hear from you as well.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
And also, I want all of you to think about what you have listened in the the FRH classes, Future Ready Hub classes that has improved your learning. So always remember, valid examples will add to your authenticity to your speaking. Okay? Instead of just speaking generally, add personal examples. So who's starting? Today, let's go a little alag se. Let's not ask Niranjan to start. Poor guy, give him some break. And
Correct.
we're going to ask whom to start. Who's going to start?
Can I start?
Yes, please. Wonderful.
When we were in eighth, uh, our teacher used to conduct a listening skills. For that, we had 10 marks. What she used to do is she used to read a paragraph. After that, she used to give a questions. For that, we wrote answers. Their listening matters a lot. There, from there, we started our listening. Then I came to know about how listening works and its role. And recently, we had GD session. On that day, I'll listened one thing. Reading equals to 10 times of writing, but listening equals to 10. Sorry, one second. Reading equals to writing equals to 10 times of reading, but listening equals to wait no 1 minute.
It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry too much. Just tell. It's a practice now. So it's okay.
What I want to say is listening is far better than reading and writing, ma'am. It plays a crucial role.
No. So first remember, you don't say things like that. If you say things like that, you'll get caught. No, say that it is the first step of learning. Listening is the first step of learning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything new, especially a language, is always learned from by listening.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you say listening is a powerful tool for learning.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
active listening will, okay, say things like that. Don't say it is more important than that. I don't know if it is. I don't remember that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And anything else you'd like to say?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Who's going to go next?
Ma'am, me.
Please, Devamma. Good. Lovely to hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, first we need to listen when we want to talk to or reply to the opposite person. Listening is very important. And like uh, in our reading session at 9 p.m., ma'am, we should, when I try to reply you, like I should listen first while you are reading. Then only I can summarize the whole chapter which you have read. Uh, and it can improve our communication skills, and we can understand what other person trying to tell us, ma'am.
Good. Good.
Yes.
And you have to speak for a minute, Devamma. This is hardly 20 or 30 seconds. So think and how you can say, what have you learned? Yesterday you said
Ma'am,
something.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like and it improves our knowledge, ma'am, when we try to listen someone, and we can like, we can understand what the other person is feeling or thinking, what they're trying to tell, and yes, ma'am, that's it. Should I need to add some more points?
Yes, Devamma. What happens is you're just telling the importance of listening. You should say the importance of listening from a learning point of view.
Yes,
Say
ma'am.
what you learned in a class and how your thought changed after you listened to that class, and say, oh, that because of that I learned, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In
To give a personal example, speak a
yes,
little more personally. Don't be general.
okay, ma'am. In that Ikigai book, ma'am, I have learned that stop worrying about the mm, present, the past. We should concentrate on present things, and in present books, we should first give our hard working level. Then we can expect the result which we want. And in yesterday's class, and uh,
Remember, you said something about a person who works the hardest while
yes,
learning.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And everything will be okay at the end. And if it is not end, like if it is
If it is
not,
not okay, it's not the end.
yes, ma'am, it is not the end. We should not lose our hope. And
Okay, good, Devamma. Who's
yes,
going to go
ma'am.
next?
Yes, ma'am. I will.
Good, Niranjan. I'm hoping to hear something very good from you. Actually, I'm
Okay.
hoping to hear good from everybody, but especially you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. So, listening is a gateway to learning. So, today is a special day where we celebrate Gita Jayanti in India. You know how Gita was written? Our one of the ancestor, Muni, he listened that from Krishna, and he wrote it without even listening it again. So, you know what? This is the power which we Indians got. We have the very big listening power hidden within us. So, I would like to go with star method. So, so star method means first letter indicates situation. Presently, I'm doing internship from Cormorant India Private Limited. So, you know what? There they will follow some procurement flow. I was not able to understand that properly. This was a situation. So the task was to I have to learn the flow and do some transaction by learning that flow. You know what? I was like I'm not able to understand anything. I felt very difficulty in the beginning. So I want to take some action so that this problem would be solved. So I took this action. Like, there was a beginner like me. He just joined 1 month before, and he was learning everything because he was an employee. So I approached to him, and I asked him about this flow and all, each, and even if I get a small doubt also, I used to ask to him, and he used to explain in a very good manner by giving some real time example. So I listened very clearly, and like properly. I'm able to understand the flow, and I was able to do transaction. As a result, now I have done some daily. I'm doing some 10 to 15 transaction, and even I am able to create some PPTs by taking screenshots of my transaction. This is the result which I got by not only listening, just acting active listening. So, and one more example which I would like to give here on from, like, we used to have group discussion sessions on like Asha Foundation. So, like, when I was attending first GD session, I did not know anything. I was literally blunt on my first day. So as these GD sessions continued, daily we used to compete with each other without knowingly. Like, today I want to make some good impression. Today I want to tell some new thought, new statistics. So day by day, I used to learn by listening to others. And when you listen to others, you also make some research after listening to that topic, because that topic still running on your mind. So, listening is a very beautiful skill given by God to us, and it's as the sentence itself says, it's a gateway to learning. Like, from the childhood, we always keep learning new things by listening. So, I'd like to end with a quote which is written by Dalai Lama. When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you are learning something new. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present myself.
Thank you, Niranjan. I love the last quote, man. I really love the last quote. I've heard it many a time, but this is so apt for now. Okay, who's going to go next? Three of them done, three more to go. Who's going to go next? Himaja, you and Taranjit, and who else is there? I'm sorry. Nikhil. Who's going to go next?
Shall I speak?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I would like to start this topic with a quote, famous quote of Agatha Christie. An appreciative listener is always stimulating. That person who is a good listener is always, he has, if the other person's, where I also wanted to quote what Dalai Lama said, that if when we speak, we are already repeating only what we know, but when we listen, we learn something new. The art of conversation lies in listening. And if I am a good listener, as we always say, any language especially is learned by listening. Like, if you see people, children, any child or any adult also, they know their mother tongue well. Nobody has taught them specially, but they know the mother tongue well because they listen at home, their parents talking or their grandparents talking or the family talking, so that they learn unknowingly. There is no effort that they have to put to learn that mother tongue. I would also like to say that if you have, when we listen to others, knowledge enriches. Because, like we were reading the book, I have read this book Ikigai before also, but then when Bhavesh was reading for us, or Anushka was reading for us, there were so many things which clicked my mind, that yes, this is something I read, but I could not make a note of it. So that when it is said that when you are listening, the concentration is on the listener. Sorry, the concentration is on you. When you are talking, your concentration is on the listener, whether the other person is listening or not. So the shift of concentration of your mind makes you more attentive. Like when we go to listen to a discourse in the temple, so there are so many things which we already know, But then also we learn so many new things, that this is the way how life should be lived, this is the way that things happen, so many stories that are told, that also we learn. So this is when, and always at home also, when small children are there, so we always tell them, listen to your elders, what your elder brother or elder sister or a grandma or whoever elder is there in the house, in the family, listen to them. So listening is an art, and if you are a good listener, you are going to be a added value to the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Taranjeet. How about anybody who's going to go next?
Yeah,
Nikhil,
good morning.
Himaja, perfect. Please speak.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Listening is a great getaway in which we can learn new concepts. By listening to other persons, we can speak more confidently, and at the same time, we can learn new concepts also. Uh, as uh, as I wanted to share a example, like when I'm studying in my 10th standard, like our Telugu teacher used to dictate the key points or in the notes itself. So the said she'll not write in the board, and she will says that. So we will ask to the teacher that why you are not writing in the board. Means she says that you should listen very carefully, so it's like you will write a very confidently. So at that time, we were at the time speaking Telugu is very easy, but writing Telugu is somewhat the tough. Being so, we may make some mistakes, and at the same time we will make some mistakes and some errors also. So at the time we have decided that to listen very confidently, see very carefully, so it's like we should not make any mistakes at the time, and we should not make the teacher irritative. So at that, so it's like we have decided that to listen confidently. So listening makes that a person should be very confident, and we should not make any mistakes at all. Thank you, ma'am.
Good, Himaja. You're much better than how you used to be. But you know what? You should use a little more variation in your tone. You said the same thing. You said, how would it sound when you said, my teacher in 10th standard was very particular that she would only tell, she would only speak the main points. We had to listen and then write. That made all of us realize how important listening is. Okay?
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Himaja. So, Nikhil,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So, what
Uh,
is your view on this topic?
uh, I think compared to reading and listening, listening understands better, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say? Your personal experience, what have you heard that made you learn more?
Yes, ma'am. My personal experience is daily pajama 9 a.m. classes. I I understand well uh, better than reading. Uh,
Okay. So you can also say the fact that you're learning so much by just listening and reading along,
yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You're
ma'am.
using two skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Nikhil, always remember, don't be shy. Think things through and speak for at least 30 to 40 seconds during a jam session. We have 5 more minutes. I will just give us little. Okay. So, Kratika, why don't you go on the jam session and I will go on the jam session? Both of us, let's speak. Let us also push ourselves.
Okay, ma'am. The
Chalo.
same topic, listening.
Yes, shuru ho jao. Shuru ho jao.
Listening is the gateway to learning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me think more. You
Okay.
caught me off guard. Actually, I was multitasking. I never thought ki
Okay.
you will call my name.
That's okay. That's okay. Then I will do it. Okay. So, okay. Listening is the gateway to learning. Our first foray into learning, whatever we learned by mimicking. Especially, we learn to communicate by mimicking. Mimicking our parents, mimicking our elders, mimicking everybody around us. And that's exactly what we are lacking now. We forgot our primary skill and we had to get it back due to, by so many exercises. It is not, for God's sake, something simple. Listening with complete attention will teach you so many more things than just hearing. So let's differentiate between hearing and listening. Hearing, what happens, we are hearing to respond. Listening, what happens, we are listening to learn. And did you all know, when you change the way the letters of it becomes silent. Silent and listen are have the same letters. You have to be silent to listen. If you are speaking, I'm sure all of us have done it. I've done it quite a lot, so that I understand that, instead of hearing what the teacher, listening to what the teacher is saying, I'm just hearing to respond. I'm trying to show, yes, I've read this lesson, I have know this thing, without realizing that if I keep quiet, I probably will learn something more. And that is why I am actively trying to come back to my listening. And one of the reasons I enjoy the 9 p.m. pajama parties, I'm not doing the reading necessarily. Yesterday I had to, that was a different thing. But I will tell you that I enjoy the reading because it makes um, everything come to life in the front of my eyes. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't bore you all. And Kratika.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, the topic is listening is the gateway to learning. So, I will start with one personal story. Like in one of my I have attended a parenting workshop because of course I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. So people, in the parenting workshop, they say ki, you just have to uh, uh, make them a reader. Like you can, inculcate this reading habit in your toddlers or in your babies just by, reciting or reading the books. So we really never thought we can do that. But as just pictorial pictures or pictorial books, when I read to her, to my daughter, she just listen. And we really not very focused of her being, learned in English words and all. But yes, sometimes I uh, strategically use those English words mixed with Hindi, and so she actually picked those words from from those books. So she listens, and by the time now she is now, I've started reading to her um, when she was around 9 months. So now she's 2.5 years old, and she loves, just scrolling through the books, and she picks the words, and she actually does the immersive listening. What we can say na ma'am, as Kanti ma'am said, ki the child knows her native language, but the child knows those words and those other languages also, because we don't have only our Hindi language, we have our native village language. We subconsciously know that language also, understand that language also. So yes, so through this example of my child, I can, I've realized that how listening is so important. So we make her hear those chants, that religious chants, and yeah, she is actually just listening. By listening every day, we also learning those mantras, and we are also, so that's how the listening is important. If you're just listening every day to any podcast also, like for example in our course, if you're just listening to any podcast which is in English, you're just listening every day English podcast for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you automatically think in English, and you will automatically use those words in during your conversation, during your communication. That will automatically, and it, I think, it's 100% for sure it will happen. So I think we need to, like, as our 9 p.m. reading club is also there, so we need to, you need to during your
Take
break
full
time, or
advantage of that.
yeah, make use of your commute times. Like you are traveling through your bus or van or cab or something, you can just put the you just listen to the English podcast or some business podcast in English, so that it's become your language automatically, without any hustle.
And you know what the beautiful part was when Kratika was speaking about her child? I remember my 2-year-old. I had a 4-year-old and 2-year-old then. And my 4-year-old was going to school and knew English. So if I had to say something to him without the younger one knowing, I used to speak to him in English. And, you know, you develop these things. So next thing I know, my younger one understood what I'm trying to tell the older one and said, "No, even I'm coming." So So it's just about listening and paying attention. Okay. So I think on that note, we can close the meeting. Okay. Taranjit would like to say.
Yeah, ma'am, I want to add one point like what Kritika said. I remember when we were very small, two things. One, I'll add yours also. When we were very small, my grandmother and great grandmother, they both were there. And it was really lovely listening to stories from them, which developed so many virtues, so many values unknowingly. As I previously said, that when you speak, when you listen, listening is an art, and we were never taught our mother tongue, but because the family was speaking, the parents were speaking, so we picked it up. And even though I have studied from a convent, so learning Punjabi was like reading and writing is still a difficult task for me. And what you said, many times when we were in school, there was a P language. And my brother and myself, when we had to talk, like the parents should not know what we are talking. We used to talk in P language. And slowly and suddenly, one day we realized that my mother could understand, even though she couldn't speak. But she couldn't speak, but she could understand what we were saying. And that day was like we both of us had it. It was that
Good.
was
So
really great.
listening can help and as well as harm us if we are trying to act too smart.
Yes, yes, very true. Like when we talk in English, also my mother is from vernacular medium. She doesn't know anything. But English, when we try to cover up when we want to converse something, my sister and myself, or my brother and myself, so we'll talk in English. But she understands. She will say, I know." She will not say anything else, but she will say, I know." So we have understood now. We have to devise some another tactic when we have to speak some other code language that she cannot understand when we are talking.
Good. Anyway, on that note, on that fun note, let's close the meeting. Thank you so much for all of you for attending.
Thank you.
I hope you're going to apply whatever Kratika has told in your personal branding and become
Yeah, start
better.
creating the content and
Yes.
start posting your content, start sharing your LinkedIn post with
Yes.
us in the
And
group,
we
or
can close it. Yeah.
yeah,
Abhi, we're
yeah.
already
Thank you
five
so
minutes
much,
over the meeting. Yeah.
everyone. And thank you, Niranjan. It's
Thank
always
you.
pleasure listening to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chalo.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
Bye.
everyone.
you, everybody.
Thank you everyone, bye bye.
ये देखो